Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into Naughty or Nice. Let's go. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Shelly Line, want no fake love, and V-Love. Have you ever met a sister with her shit together? Maintaining, never complaining, trying to make shit better. She's got a real good life with the right frame of mind. She's the real deal, baby, and she know how to grind. On the job or in the bedroom, baby, the truth. And with her by your side, homeboy, you can't lose. Just slip on the dress and go to work like a pro. Then bring that ass home and drop it down to the floor. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's a lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's the lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Shelly Line and V-Love Bird. It's Shelly Line and V-Love Bird. Shelly Line and V-Love Bird. Yeah. Shelly Line and V-Love Bird. Shelly Line and V-Love Bird. Shelly Line and V-Love.
Hey, Facebook. Happy
Hello.
Thursday. Hope everybody
Hey,
is having. Oh, Lord, we got these two babies with us today, y'all. Sammy and Jay Boogie.
They on mute, you know.
Y'all got to unmute yourselves.
Hey.
That would be Jalen and that would be Sammy.
Sammy Lou.
And we figured since the topic tonight was about boundaries of parenting and kids, we was going to bring on the kids and make them and let them say how they feel about the parenting and the boundaries. So this should be fairly interesting. These happen to be my babies. So
Hi, Kurt.
we're going to see how this works. Y'all. Now, they flying by the seat of their pants, and I don't know what these kids going to say. So Vonda, tell the people the topic so we can get it started. We're going to end this at 9 o'clock on the dot tonight, y'all, because we got things to do. So.
And places to go and people to see. But anywho, the topic tonight is when is it time for parents to let their kids go live their lives without interference or judge? Some people said earlier today was never, and the other one said his son is lost because he gonna always be in his business pretty much. I just think that when you gotta let them learn from their mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're not gonna let them run out there into the wolves and not teach them anything because y'all don't listen half the time anyway, first and foremost. Okay. But I'm just saying, like, when you get to the point where you want to pick and choose everybody that they bring home, and you know what I'm saying? Because of course you might see something. We didn't listen either. You know what I'm saying? But it just depends on what the situation is to me.
So Jalen.
Unmute yourself, Jay.
Unmute yourself, baby. How do you think me as a mom, how much freedom do you think I need to let you have? Or how much freedom do you think, how much boundaries and space do you think I should give you as a mom?
As of right now?
Yeah, take your hand off your mouth, though.
Okay. I'm sorry. I mean, as of right now, I'm only 17 years old. So, you're supposed to, I feel like I should have freedom. But, like, you kind of still got to be strict on me because, you know, I'm still like a teenager. I haven't even graduated high school yet. So, discipline, that's okay. But I feel like I should be able to have some type of freedom too. I feel like you give me enough freedom, like, as of right now, as the way age I am. And I feel like me and you have like a good bond. I kind of tell you a lot, everything I do, literally. So
too
like,
much sometimes.
Yeah, I'll tell you like more than what an average kid tells his parent. Me and you have a good bond as a mother and son. So I feel like how you treat me as of right now, I feel like you treat me as you're a good parent. And, like you give me.
Boy, stop lying.
But I feel like you give me enough freedom and enough space as of like, you know, as of right now. But as I get older, I feel like I'm gonna end up getting more. You know what I'm saying? So, but as of right now, yeah, I'm okay with what you give me right now.
Sammy, what you think? How do you feel, Sammy, about your mom? What do you think your freedom should be in your household? Being that you're of different, you know, You're raised differently. So what do you think? What do you think your mom and father should give you as of your age right now?
I mean, it's kind of different for me, like, you know, growing up and stuff, because my mom and them are like born, like, you know, they grew up a different way for me. Like, I'm more American than my parents are. Like, my mom and them are from Somalia and stuff, so like the stuff I do really don't make sense to them. So it's just like, I mean,
Elaborate. What do you
like,
how is your okay? So you're Somalian. Your parents are Muslim.
right.
They raise you how? What is their structure as far as you are concerned? Like, how do you think they want you to be?
They want me to wear my scarf every day. Don't talk to boys. They want me to like stay home if I'm not working or something, or like even as far as going out with friends and stuff. They rather me like, it would be like, yeah, I'm gonna stay home. They want me to be more religious and like, but I can't.
Well, they missed the mark on all that with little Sammy.
I see Sammy every day. But do you think
Sammy is not built like that.
Do you think that you ever succumb to that? Like, do you think that eventually, as you get older, you would get into being the way your mom wants you molded? Maybe not dating little black boys like Jalen.
You just threw it out there, didn't you?
Little black boys like my child.
Yeah. No.
Sammy gonna be sad.
I mean, cause my sisters, they didn't do what I'm doing at my age, but it's like they still grew up to be like who they want to be. Like, for instance, if you know, she's not like that.
I'm gonna just say
everybody kind of like grew up and grew out of what they were raised on.
Okay.
You know, I was gonna say culturally, and you know, religious beliefs are different. Period, as far as that's concerned for Sammy. But like she said, she's more Americanized than her parents were. So they ain't gonna see nothing. Sammy gonna run them straight crazy. But it's like, you know, it's like Jalen just said too, you know, the relationship that you have with your child is probably, I'd say 80% of them listening to what you say. You know what I'm saying? Because we're open with our kids. We don't sugarcoat nothing. We tell them what it is, how it is, and we just don't sugarcoat shit. We just put it out there and look, if you do this, this is gonna happen. If you do that, that's gonna happen. And that's just it. You know what I'm saying? But now with my girls, I don't interfere, and like I tell them what I don't like, but I don't try to choose people for them. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they still gonna have to learn from their own mistakes. You're not gonna grow if you don't make mistakes and you don't learn from them, or you know how to avoid them. You know what I'm saying? Hey Orlando, hey Chris, hey Jerry. So you're not gonna know. But I think just like some people just go too far. Like, you know, when a kid trying to do the right thing, they don't really ask them for nothing. They hustling, they grinding, they working, they doing all this stuff. But then every time they do something, instead of you encouraging them and supporting them, you tearing them down and tell them, well, you ain't gonna do this, ain't gonna happen for you, and you ain't gonna have this because you don't listen and you don't do that. Well, at least they not getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? They've been productive. They just not doing what you want to do. And a lot of times parents want to try to live through their kids because of the shit they didn't do. They want to force it off on their kids and try to make them do the things that they wish they had done when we were younger. And you can't do that.
So Jalen, do you think that I allow you to be of your own mind? Like, do you think I'm hard on you, like as a mom?
No.
Do you think I could be harder on you?
No, I'm really comfortable as of how you are right now. I'm kind of glad you're not like a strict parent. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know, like you, it's not like you just let me do whatever I want to now. But at the same time, you give me enough freedom, and it's like I said, it's different for me because I actually like tell you everything. Like the stuff I tell you, I promise you, like kids wouldn't like tell their parents that. I tell you literally everything I do. It's kind of different. So like it gives you a little bit more trust in me because it's like I'm telling you what I'm doing. It's not like I'm sitting here hiding it behind your back. You know what I'm saying? So
do I ever make you feel bad when I'm yelling at you all the time? Because I yell at you a lot.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like a parent thing. I mean, kids gonna feel the type of their parents yelling at them sometimes. I mean, it happens, but
that's just who she is, baby.
Yeah, like it's kind of like, I mean, I knew you my whole life, and it's kind of like I know how you are, so like, I kind of don't really like like I kind of just know how you are. Like when you mad, you kind of just mad. Like you're just mad. So if you yelling, I mean, it just depends on what it's about. It's for me to like sit there and get in my feelings about it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't honestly, I don't really feel the type of way about it sometimes. It just depends on what the topic is or something like that. But for the most part, nah, I feel like you.
Jalen is a good kid and a nonchalant kid. Don't too much bother Jalen. Jalen just like, all right, whatever. And he going about his day. You could be screaming your head off and Jalen just like, calm down.
Yeah,
You
like,
like whatever, mom.
it's
You
because
be about to burst the vessel.
Yeah, I be wasting my air and energy. Sammy, do you think I'm too lenient on Jalen?
Lenient? Like
Like,
what
do you
mean?
think he's spoiled? Do you think Jalen's just spoiled?
Definitely.
Both of them saying yes. I think Jalen is spoiled. I do. I think he's spoiled.
But
Like,
he's a good kid
he's a
though.
good kid, but he's really rotten at the same time. Like Jalen thinks me and him are married. Like he just feels like he could just do, like he was in here telling me about Nay, and he said like I'm not hard enough on Nay, but I'm too lenient. I'm not hard enough on Nay, but I'm lenient on him.
But it's different for us though. Like me and her, like as far as your relationship to her and your relationship to me, like it's kind of different. Cause and then like like her at 16, I mean her at 17 compared to me at 17 is two different ways. Like I don't really give you problems. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like do anything. I honestly sit in the house. You see Sammy every single day. Like Sammy, it just be me and Sammy. It's not like I'm out here like doing anything. Like I mean, yeah, I might do like some stuff that you might not like. But I tell you, and it's like I'm not sitting here like doing anything that's crazy or like something that's gonna get me in jail or something like that. Like that's gonna make me get in trouble. That like, so I'm not doing that. So at 17 for her, it was different. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's what I'm saying. Like, and then as of right now, me and her, like I'm the chill kid. Like I don't really do too much. All I do is go to work.
That's true.
I go to work. The most you might ever yell at me about is taking out the trash. I mean, I could be a little more responsible on that, but at the same time, like
every day,
I don't go out. I don't really go out like that. If I'm going out, I'm somewhere with Sammy. Only places I go is to work and then pick up her, and I'm coming back home. You really don't have to worry too much about if I'm doing something wrong or if I'm in trouble or something like that, because I kind of tell you everything. It's not like I'm just like a unruly child. Like I don't really do too much. So that's what I'm saying. That's a little different for us. Like as of me and they, it's different.
Do you tell your little raggedy Aunt Vaughn everything too?
Yeah, I love my Aunt Vaughn.
Listen, I'm the better parent to you than she is. Okay.
He loves his
Don't get
Aunt Vaughn. He loves his Aunt Vaun.
That's right. I love my baby, honey. But you know that goes back to going back to what Jalen said. This is like my kids are honest with me. They don't lie to me about nothing. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have to. We talk about everything. So Naya used to say, like, when her friends were, well, I got to sneak out. We're going to do it. She was like, what is that? I never have to sneak out because I tell my mama everything. Like, what is that? I can't be rolling with you if you got to sneak out because I'm cool with my mama. You know what I'm saying? I just tell my mama everything. But a lot of kids don't have that, believe it or not. But let me get to some of these comments. Hey, Roz. Orlando said, hello, ladies, sir. Roz said, first things first. Hey, ladies, loving life and loving what I do. Now to subject matter. When you out of my pocket, out your business, unless you want some of these jewels. And at this point, you're going to have to earn this conversation. Okay. Orlando says, for the kids, do you think any of your friends' parents are strict and why?
That question's for y'all.
Any parents?
It says your friends.
Oh, my friends. Oh,
do you think some of the parents are not strict enough or too strict? But hell, y'all don't know because y'all only with each other every day. So you asked me wrong, Orlando.
I feel like this like a question for her because I mean, but at the same time, it's kind of like her friends. Most of her friends, they're like her family, like they Muslim. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a little different for my friends and her friends. Like, but we still have American friends. But as far as like her family, it's different. But
I mean, as far as like my other friends, they're not really friends because I'm related to them and my cousins. Like,
but are their parents strict on them?
Huh?
Are their parents strict?
I mean, yeah, like they way more strict on it. Like my mom and them compared to me. My mom and them are just letting me go, but like they just know at this point, like it's really nothing else they can do to like keep me out of doing what I'm gonna do. So it's like they kind of just accepted my ways. But like my cousins and them, they be having to be home at a certain time, or like even if we out together, like even if they with me, their parents call them like, oh, when you coming home, or like they get in trouble. So like their parents too strict, boy. I don't know.
Do you think when a parent is too strict, it forces the kid to go out there and just do stuff sneakingly?
Yep.
People with the most strict parents have the sneakiest kids.
Sammy, do you think you're sneaky?
Yes.
Don't
I won't even lie. Sammy is sneaky.
The scat. I mean, technically, I'm a very sneaky child but I mean, it's just I'm only sneaky to my parents. So like, as far as like my sisters and them knowing, like they drop me off sometimes. Like they know.
I know your family. I know your brothers.
They know where you are, but at the same time, they want you to be home at a decent hour for curfew.
It's just my parents. I can't just tell my parents, yeah, I'm going to Jalen's house. I can't do that.
Well, because first of all, he's a whole black boy.
Yeah, it's a different belief for them.
She's from another country, but she's from this country.
Sammy's people don't see it like that.
Yeah, they don't see it like that.
They may not see it like that. It don't matter how you see it. It is what it is. Hey, Marie, I'm so sorry for the loss of Elvis. You know, I love Elvis. That was my buddy. I'm going to miss him. She said, sharing in memory of Elvis. He told me to share y'all's lives every time. Oh,
that's so sweet. Oh.
Rafinia said, great job, Shelly. Hey, Katrina. Rafinia said, I love his calm spirit. I raised him that way, Rafinia.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. He belongs to me and Vonda, as you can tell.
Yes. But yeah, I was asking my kids, and they was like, I don't know what it's like not to be able to, like, they wouldn't know how to act if they couldn't come to me and tell me every single thing that bothers them. Like, you know, you see some of your kids' friends that they can't tell their parents anything. You know what I mean? And I think that's hard and that's rough on a kid. I know he always told us that. He told us that the other day, Marie, that he loved us. He did when he came on the live. But that was my buddy. He was.
I don't think anybody understands what's going on, but we lost one of our people on our live.
And my real friend in real life.
And Vonda's real friend in real life.
But yeah, so my condolences. Marie is his mom, to his mom and his family and everything.
Yes, and we loved him just as much as he loved us, and may God rest his soul. He's in a better place, and he's at peace.
Yes, indeed. But I was saying that they were like, because you see so many people that don't even have a relationship with their kids, period. I just cannot fathom that for the life of me. And then they want to criticize them, tell them what they're doing wrong, and never tell them what they're doing right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to do this, you need to do that. They want to control every aspect of their lives, especially when you have mothers that's so overbearing with their sons. You know what I'm saying? Like, want to control everything about their son. Ain't no woman good enough for him. And she could be the right one for him, but he can't stand up to his mother, or she can't stand up to one of her parents about who she's dating and all that type of stuff. I never had that problem with my mama because I was very open and could talk to my mama that way too. But you got some, honey, even grown men whose mamas don't know their boundaries. Some real talk.
Orlando
they don't even know
a question to the kids. Orlando said a question to the kid. I can't see it. It's very small, but I see it for the kids.
For the kids, do they think that parents should have trackers on their phones? If so, why or why not? I know mine gonna say no, but I did it anyway.
Nah, okay.
On the cars.
I mean, at the same time, like, my Shelly Live.
Y'all tell it.
If Shelly Live don't hear me at the house, she'll call my phone 1,000,000 times.
100 times.
And regardless, don't get me wrong.
I'm gonna wear him out, y'all. That's what I'm gonna know where he is.
Regardless if it's late or not, yeah, she'll call my phone a lot just to check to see if I'm okay. Because I mean,
he said a lot.
Like, being that I'm driving and stuff like that, and a lot of the time when I'm driving, it's at nighttime. Like it's probably late. It's not like early or anything. It's probably around. It's late, so she'll come
And when I
find me,
can't
so I'm
find
okay.
you, I
But
call
that's
Sammy.
you just kind of
Yep.
lagged. Mark kind of lagged a little
What'd
bit.
Oh.
you say?
I said when I
She
can't
said when
find
she
you,
can't
I call
find him,
Sammy.
she calls you.
And then Sammy track and then Sammy track you. And then
It's
Sammy
lagging.
track
Y'all
Sammy.
lagging. We can't hear nothing y'all saying.
Really?
Oh, I hear you
Now
now. I
we
hear you
can.
now. I hear you now.
I said
But
when I can't find Jalen, I call Sammy, and then Sammy tracks him for me.
Yep.
yeah.
And when I can't find Jalen, I
Yep.
call her.
But don't get
And
me,
then
but
she
don't get
called
me
me.
wrong. I mean, another reason why I don't have a tracker. I mean, I wouldn't even mind having. I mean, you having my location because I mean, I kind of tell you where I'm gonna be at. It's not like I lie about. I can't be like, I'm gonna go to work and I end up being somewhere else I'm not supposed to. Like that's not what I do. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't relate.
But yeah, like I don't really do that.
Now Sammy, on the other hand,
I cannot relate. I mean, I have my
but
parents' location, but they don't have mine.
Yeah,
But
and
I'm
then you
just
don't
saying,
have.
like, in the times that we live in now and them at their age, I think it's just important to do it for safety reasons. The way people snatching kids and, you know, all this type of stuff. So in that aspect, yeah, because my girls is 19 and 29 and I need to know where they at all times. I'm calling them, I'm texting them. Look, we got the family thing. I'm like, listen, I am not playing with my, look, where you at? Or because I will pull up on them. I don't care if they 50. I'm going to pull up if I need to. But that's
she
because
really
of the
needs
world
them.
that we live in now. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that. But yeah, so you know, it's a different time we living in, you know. So back then, you know, like I always say, the community helped raise you. Now you can't say anything to anybody's kid. It's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. People just have different parenting styles. And that's why, you know, when you
Yeah.
dating somebody and you have kids and they have kids too. And man, you talked about this probably about a week or so ago, how you may raise your kids, or we may raise our kids totally different from somebody else. So you might see something that they're doing and they be like, or they see something your kid. That's why I be like, that's why I always kept my kids over here and you keep your kids over there. And we're not gonna mix that bunch because parenting styles are different and people
Right.
get it twisted or think you're trying to bash them as a parent or think you're trying to do this or that or whatever. But just because I let my kids do something, you better be like, my kid ain't doing that. No. Okay, that's fine. That's your child. I'm raising mine the way I do, and you raise yours the way that you do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different. I just don't hate. I hate when I see people like babying their kids and don't want them to grow up. And you know, clearly they probably already doing everything, a lot of things that they shouldn't be doing. But you want to keep them in that little mold, like they not out here doing shit, and keep them. What's the word I'm looking for? Misinformed. You know what I'm saying? They go out here because you're trying to sugarcoat everything, and they go out here in the streets and somebody gonna tell them something wrong, and they could end up in a terrible spot. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, you know, keep the lines of communication open with your kids, period. But you got to let them grow up too. Sometimes you got to let them fall on their ass before they realize what's what, and then they come back and decide to listen.
Jalen,
You have to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
do you think that you can tell your dad half the stuff you tell me?
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was a little kid, I had so much fear of my dad. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, like, but that's like a thing, because like it's like a son to dad, like a son to a father. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Majority of sons like to their dad, unless they got like a dad that really don't care about nothing like that. It kind of got. It's like your father kind of put some type of fear in you, like. And it let you know. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just no, like, not trying. It's almost like when I get in trouble, people go, "Oh, I'm gonna call your dad." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it keep me like
That's that
keep me
authoritarian
grounded.
It's like a threat.
It keep me grounded. But at the same, my dad, when I was young, as I grew up, like I actually was thinking about this the other day. But as I grew up, honestly, my dad, like it's like me and his relationship kind of got like closer. Like it's like he not. As when I was younger, like a lot of stuff I do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't do a lot of stuff. Like if grown folks was talking, like I can't talk, I can't say and make my input, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm still a kid. And as I got older though, like he kind of got more like lenient, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I felt he did a good job though, I'm a chill kid. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
It's like I don't even know how
I
to
keep
do
Look,
saying
with
that
the
'cause
parents
I
you
really
got, I
am,
don't know
like,
how you so
but
chill.
it's
You
because of
must
my
that
parents
channel
though.
my
Like
spirit, honey.
my
See,
mom
he
was
said
more
it's
like.
because of his parents.
Yeah, like you were the person that was like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like you had to keep me disciplined. My dad was like the one, like if you said my dad's name, I was all right, I'll do
It
it.
was
You know what I'm saying?
over.
Like
It
was
was
a little
done, right?
different.
I
Like,
got to
so
tell them.
so yeah, I feel like my dad, me, he got more lenient on me as I got older though, and I kind of like as of right now, as we're me and my dad, like where we at right now, as far as like how we are, I feel like it's good. I mean, I could talk to him more, you know what I'm saying, but at the same time, like as of how we are to each other, like he kind of got more cool on stuff. I honestly like see it now, like he still, don't get me wrong, like yeah, like he still get mad and stuff like that about some stuff, but at the same time, like he a little bit less chill now. I'm not gonna lie to you. As far as when it comes to like who yells more at me, it's you more than my dad. Like my dad, when I was younger, my dad used to get more mad, but now it's like it's you get more mad than he does. Like he kind of just I could tell him stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I could tell him stuff like that. Like when we driving in the car, yeah, he was like talk to me about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like so, yeah. I feel like I could tell my dad the stuff I could tell you. And then I'm older now and stuff like that. And then it's like a man to a man type of thing. So like he probably could he was 17 as a boy before, so he could tell me stuff about being 17. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and as I get older, he could keep like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I did this at 18 too. I was just like you. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like, I could relate to him more as if I can relate to you. So and then as far as if he was to get mad about something as like what I'm doing as of right now, like I honestly I could relate to him more because he was a boy once upon a time. Like he kind of knows when it comes to girls and stuff like that, like girlfriends, like and everything else. Like he probably could tell me more because he's a boy. Like he's a man. Like he had to go through this before. Like it's not like he just saying it. So I probably could get more. I feel like if I'm talking to him compared to I'm talking to you, like I could probably tell you more. You can give me your opinion about it. But if I talk to him, he probably can give me like an actual like fact
From the
because he
male
actually had to do it before.
perspective.
I can relate to him more.
So do you think from a perspective, and you can be honest, from a perspective of like me being a single mom, raising you, bringing you to where you are, what do you think I could have did differently or better as a mom for you?
Honestly, it's not me. Let me tell you something. Like, cause me and you, I was with you from when I was like 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of like after like y'all split up, started. I was kind of with you from when I was 7 years old, and you had to raise two boys. You had one boy. You had you know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, you get what I'm saying. But you had to raise two boys. You had one kid.
We
that
get
was
it.
kind of like.
That's me.
I'm sorry, but like,
That's me.
but honestly though, like she had to raise two boys, like, and she was a single mother. You know what I'm saying, like that, and she really had no hope. So you did a good job, and then being that you had to have a kid that, like that, how to put, like, don't get me wrong, like that, she could have did better as a teenager, like, you know what I'm saying, like, but you still did a good job trying to like keep it all together. You know what I'm saying, but I wouldn't blame you or nothing like that, like, but so for me. You treated me good, like as of being a single mother, raising me, and then being that we went through, like I was with you through everything. Like, I done seen you go through everything. We done been through tough spots. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you did I don't think you did a bad job. You did a good job on that. And then being that how I am right now, like how I act right now, you could tell like as your results, like you did a good job. Like you didn't do a bad job. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I feel like as me, you did a good job. I don't
Look,
think
Jalen went through the trenches.
yeah, like I was with you through everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I done seen everybody. You know what I'm saying? I done bounced house. You know what I'm saying? I done seen everything happen. I done seen the hard times up to the good times. You know what I'm saying? And you did your best job that you could. And I don't think you did a bad job. I think you did a good job. Being that I'm not a kid in the streets that's doing something dumb right now or in jail, you did a good job. You know what I'm saying?
Because, you said that, baby, but, so many kids take that and run with it and use it as an excuse to just get out in the streets and under peer pressure and, you know what I'm saying, all that type of stuff because, you got a single parent. But when you got a single mother that's out here grinding and getting it and you ain't never went hungry, you always had a roof over your head, every damn shoe you wanted that came out.
Yeah, that's another thing, too.
You know what I'm saying? You got every shoe you want, out of clothes. We just provide. That's all we know how to do. So there's no reason for you to have to go out and do something else. The only thing we want y'all to do as parents is be productive, good citizens and good people. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I don't care what you do, just do something as long as it's positive. That's what I tell my girls. But Orlando said, I have trackers on my twin daughters' phones and they know it. I may call them if I see they driving too fast. If something happens, I need to have an idea where they are. Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, Vanessa.
She said, "Hey, Sammy and Jalen." But yeah, so you know, that's all right there. Jalen is a well-rounded kid, though.
He
Yeah,
is.
He had to become coming from the two of y'all, though. Good Lord Jesus,
yeah. Like
somebody had to have some sense,
He is.
and it was the
yeah.
baby.
Oh,
Compared to how I
Arnold
was
said,
as a
"What's
little
the
kid.
topic?" Hey, Arnold. Arnold said, she said, "Well said, Jalen. Excellent." Uh, the topic, Arnold, is when is it time for parents to let their kids go live their lives without interference or judgment? Because you know, too, back on the judgment thing, you got so many parents. Every time they see their kid, nothing is right that they do. They bring the wrong person home. They got the wrong job. They got on the wrong. Everything is just wrong, wrong, wrong. But they never see the fault in themselves because your children are our children are reflection of us, reflections of us at some form of fashion. You know what I'm saying? Whether they get some of the good things from us, the bad, the indifferent, whatever it is, a lot of us are in our kids. So I think a lot of times when parents get to be judgmental and pointing their fingers because they see so much of the shit that they did that they don't want the child to go down that road. But the kids don't listen. But eventually, you, in retrospect, you look back, it's like, be like, damn, my mom or my dad told me that and I should have listened. You know what I'm saying? But it's a learning experience. You have to let
right,
them go. You got to cut the wings and let them fly on their own so they'll come back when they need to come back. Let them live, let
right.
them learn. Because if you don't experience anything, you're not going to know anything. You got to get out here and learn shit. That's the only way you're going to know how to maneuver in this world, period.
And
But
that's
that's
true.
what I,
That's the one thing, I wish we had Nandi and Naya on here because that's the one thing Vonda's girls do. Them girls is some girl. Them girls go and get it. They get it. I mean,
they do
they
when they
just
hurt, girl. They
turn
want to
a
get on.
dollar into a million in about 5 minutes. They get it.
Listen,
They don't wait for Vonda to pick up the pieces. They about their business and they're very well structured. I mean, and it shows when you meet them, when you see them. I mean, all these kids have their ways, they got their mouths, they got their moments, but they good kids and they listen.
yeah.
And that's when you look back as a parent, you go, I did that. I always say this, like when I say my struggle was worth it, I went through it, but here's the outcome of my sweat. Here's the outcome of my pain. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
But you say that, but it doesn't go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why Jalen, Nandi, and Naya are the way that they are, because they've seen what we had to do, what we had to go through
Right.
to, make things happen. So, and they all got that grind and that hustle in them. You know what I'm saying? They like, shoot, if my mama did this and when we had to do that, I know I can do this. And that's just how they are. That's what they saw. That's what they've been taught. So that's what they're going to do. And you want your kids to be self-sufficient. If something was to happen to me or you today, God forbid, I wouldn't have to worry about my girls. And I know, and Jalen is already mature and responsible for his age. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I told Nate that's going to be taking care of her because the child.
Okay.
Look,
You're gonna have to take care of his sister. You're gonna have to, because it ain't gonna be the other way around. I got a question for Sammy though. Sammy, scoot your little pretty little head in that camera, girl.
come on, Peanut.
So
Let me
Sammy,
feel like that
if
right
you
now.
could, if
Yo,
you could, you could say,
I'm
if you
sick.
could
I
say
look sick.
something, if you could say something to your mom and dad, and you wanted them to hear what you were saying, what would be the one thing you would say that you wish they would stop doing or do more of?
Okay, I'm gonna start with my dad. My mom, never mind. Just kind of mean. Okay,
Speak your
so with
mind.
my dad, what he could do more of is, I mean, I've never had problems with my dad. Like, my dad is very much like Mia. Like, he doesn't really talk, but like, he'll talk if he gets upset at my mom, because he knows she does too much. he knows she's kind of, like, so what he can do really more of, like, as far as, he don't really do nothing, but like, I feel like he don't really have like connections with his kids. So like my dad, I was crying because my mom was being like, my nerves, and that my dad hugged me for the first time like 2 weeks ago in 16
What
years.
did it?
Huh?
Like
The first
hug
time
you?
ever?
Yes, like a hug, like 16 years.
The first time ever?
Yes. So like, as far as him, like, I just say, like, y'all getting kind of old now. Like it's about that time to at least start having some kind of bond with your children.
How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel?
It kind of sucks. Like it's like damn. Like
I mean, for me and Vaughn hug you all the time. We hug you every 5 minutes. Like we probably hug
you know I do.
Like that's different to me. Like I never really got that out of my parents, you know. But it's always like somebody else giving it to me. Like that's so weird. It's not weird, but like you know, y'all my family. But but
Do you think it's a cultural thing?
No, it's because like my parents were raised once again. They were raised in Somalia, so it's like their parents didn't show that to them, so they wouldn't know how to show it to us. Like it's just not affection. Is not something they used to. Like my parents, they don't kiss, they don't hug. Like they just married.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, God.
I
asked my mom. She said,
"Look,
so
we know who that robot phone."
She said they kiss like one time. I asked her. She's like, they don't do that.
They kiss one time.
Yeah, she told me she kissed one time. She said my mom herself, she don't like hugs. She don't like kisses. Like she don't even know how to hug. Like we hug her, she be like, she's very like say I was to hug you. She don't. No, you know how to hug.
So,
She said, "You know how to hug." Yeah.
Like she just stands there. If I was to hug her, she would just like that. She would just look.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
It's probably my mom, bro. Like what she could do more of is like being quiet. Being quiet.
She's not
Sound like Sunday night.
Her kids, cause she just comes up with stuff like she's crazy, bro. Like her temper, like her anger. She's like, girl, calm down. Why are you doing too much? She does the most. She can stop doing too much. Like, oh my god.
Sam, I'm gonna pray for you. But well, Sam, you know.
Okay, Jalen, I got the same question for Jalen. Jalen, what can your mother do differently that won't get on your nerves? And I ain't moving in with y'all to get her off your nerves. Okay.
Did you hear me,
Jalen?
yeah, I'm trying to think. I told you I'm kind of comfortable as like where I am right now. So I feel like I have like a lot more privilege than a lot of kids do. So like I feel like if me asking for more, I feel like that's kind of selfish of me. But something that I'm gonna say that's kind of selfish if I do that because like my mom gives me like literally like anything I want like, and even though like after like in general like it could be anything whether it's being like letting me be free anything like and honestly being honest. I honestly didn't start doing anything like being free until like I turned 16, got in 11th grade. Like before then, like 9th, like all the way up to 10th grade, I really wasn't doing anything. Like I think I honestly just started doing stuff. Like a lot of kids, they honestly like been doing stuff like since they was middle school. Like I was with my mom. I was like a mom's boy. Like I never really used to do anything. It was just me and my mom. Like, but as far as what she could do differently, I don't really think it's too much she could do differently. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Like,
I thought you would have blasted me to a cross.
I mean, no, I don't.
Jalen know he's right, girl.
Like, Jalen would be like, "Ma, you always yelling." Like he says that every day.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, you do.
I tell you that
sometimes. But honest, it's like a thing because you and Sammy act literally so much alike. It's crazy. Like it's like I don't know what it is, but a zodiac thing. I don't know if I believe in that, but like y'all.
Then I tell you, I said,
so
guys usually choose
Your mama boy.
Like Sammy.
Their birthdays is a day apart, y'all. My baby got it hard.
Like,
Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
But as far as what they do, like they like sometimes. Don't get me wrong. A lot of times it is my fault sometimes as of like why it happened. But at the same time, like it's like it go farther than it needs to. Like instead of just saying, "Hey, do this," it's like you need to do this. Like it's like
100,000.
Like it's like dang, both of y'all. It's like
because you're supposed to do it.
It's like okay, like I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like something it's not like it's just a dislike thing. But it's nothing you don't need to change. That's just you being you. Like I'm not gonna tell you to change how you are. I know how you are now. I've been with you for literally 17 years of my life. Like I know you now. It's not nothing that you should change though. That's something you should just. That's just you being my mom. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I just know it. I know that about you, like how you act, and I know that about Sammy. Like that's just how she acts. So it's not really nothing I can say change. As far as what I want you to change, like you're good to me as of how you are. I don't think you need to change anything. But
have you ever hurt your feelings really bad?
Have you?
Like hurt your feelings where you was like, damn, I can't believe she did that or she said that, or have
Oh
ever
yeah,
hurt your
I mean,
feelings?
that happens. That happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that happens. I mean, but at the same time, it's like I just said. I think that's just you being a parent. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I feel like sometimes you say stuff, but you don't really mean it. You just say stuff just to get me to get it to my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really think you mean what you say sometimes, but and you don't honestly say nothing bad sometimes. Not to me, it's a little different, like I said, because I don't really cause you many problems. Like compared to you to Nay, it's different. Like if Nay was on this live right now, she probably could give you a list of things that you should change about yourself. But me and about like me being like the kid that's chill and I don't really do too much. And you yell at me, but you don't really go too crazy on me because I don't give you too many problems for you to go crazy on me. You know what I'm saying? It's different for us. Now, if you want that answer, I feel like you should really talk to your daughter about that one day. Like that's not my question. I don't think that's a question for me to answer because like I don't. It's not nothing really that you could really change for me because I don't really give you the problems for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know how somebody could somebody setting you up to do that. I don't really set you up to yell at me like that. I told you the most you yell at me about is about cleaning or taking out the trash. You know what I'm saying?
Well, don't fluff them damn pillows back.
And don't
Yeah,
fluff
like it has to do with something about like being cleaner. So like, and honestly, I
Simple
kind of know
stuff.
you, so I don't really have to do that. But I mean, you do have stuff that I do that you don't like, but I'll be honest with you about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just you not liking what I do. You just don't want to. I get what you like. You know what I'm saying? I get that you don't like certain stuff I do because you don't want to see me go down the path, even though you think you kind of think ahead of what. Matter of fact, I got something on you that I feel like you should change. I feel like sometimes, like when somebody tells you something, you kind of take it and run with it. Like you'll like run a whole like mile with it. Like,
A marathon.
Girl, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking. I don't know if I can say it on live, but I cannot say it.
You can say it on
All right, yeah, no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a 17-year-old child. I don't want nobody alive to think. I don't want nobody alive to think I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I smoke. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I do smoke. My mom does not like that I do that because she feels like, what's the need of doing it? And honestly, I see what you need, like, what you don't like about it. It's because, like, you've seen it happen before, and it's like you don't want me to go down the path. But at the same time, I feel like when I tell you I do that, you kind of like take it and you run with it. Like, you'll think I'm gonna be on something new. Like I'm gonna be an addict or something like that. I'll be like some junkie or something like that. I feel like sometimes like you kind of you do run with a lot of stuff sometimes. Like you take it kind of farther than what you need to. You kind of instead of just being like, hey, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of like you do it here to here, but like you just don't overdo yourself. I don't want you to go down that path by having like that. So you probably like say something way different than that, and it's like
you talk to your Aunt Vaughn about that though.
Do I talk to Aunt Vaughn about it?
Mm-hmm.
What you mean?
About when I yell at you about that.
Like, do I talk to you? No, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. When Aunt Vaughn's down here, it's like you kind of don't really like. Don't get me wrong. Like, that's why I'm not gonna lie to you. If y'all live together and I live with y'all, I love it. Like, it's like you kind of get off my back about stuff because it's like when nobody else is here, you're the only person I'm talking to. Like, I'm the only person you honestly talk to. Like you don't talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally the only person you talk to. So like. I feel like sometimes you might find reasons just to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I feel like
lonely, Jalen.
You kind of find reasons just to talk to me, but
no, because y'all let me doing stuff that I mean, that's some things I don't want to do. But
yeah, like I'm not gonna lie to you. I told you sometimes I set myself up for failure. Sometimes, like as far as like not taking the trash out, like you like when you be like take the trash out, and I'll be like, okay, I'll do it, and the next time I end up doing it, and it's like. Oh, I just told you to do it. I get when you're mad about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But like sometimes,
yeah, I hate that too.
Yeah, like, but sometimes you'll say stuff 50 times in like 3 seconds, and it's like, okay, I do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's probably like something that's annoying. But you know what I'm saying? But that's just something that's annoying. That's not that.
But I don't like mess, and you know that. But that comes from living with me. I like when I ask you to do it. You hard headed on that. You know you real hard headed.
It's a little different though, because it don't be a mess. It just like you could see a pillow with a little crease in it. You be fluff that pillow. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, different. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, you could see like a dot on the floor, and you like tell me to clean the whole room. You know what I'm saying? Like It's something like that. That's
Someone has
crazy.
joined me.
That's just
Ladies
that's
and
you being you.
Hey,
That's just you being you. It's nothing.
Hey.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's just you being you. That's nothing that you have to change. Like that. I kind of just took your question and ran with it. I like talking, but
Okay, so we got Naya on the cast.
like,
So
but
Naya,
yeah,
tell us how you
that's
think
nothing
your
that you have to
mama
change.
is with guarding you as a parent.
Can you repeat that?
I mean,
Sit down.
she not like extremely overprotective to where it's just extreme, but she is overprotective. Like she always want to know where I'm at, what I'm doing, and all that.
So what would you change if you had to change something about your mom? Because Jalen answered this. If you had to change something she does in being over you, what would you want her to do less of? Be honest.
I would want her to be less in my business because she always be wanting to know what I'm doing.
I'm supposed to know what you're doing.
No, like she be wanting to know like a little bit of personal stuff. Like that's if I could ask for that, then I feel like she could be less in my business.
Do you think I was strict?
No,
Do you think we got a good relationship?
yeah.
So Jalen said,
Do you feel like your
mama?
mama?
I smoke.
Do you feel like she's raised you the best way she can as a single parent and done a good job?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think so too. Pudding.
Yeah, I think she did a real good job.
Y'all
I think I turned out pretty good.
I think so too.
That's a little dirty. But let's see. Arnold said, I don't think my daughter has got nothing from me. My son have a lot from me. Joe Baltimore said, when they know more than you do, get the F out my house. Arnold said that's how his daughter is. Rafini's the interesting. Our kids have a different perspective. And Jerry said, I'm really enjoying this because my grandson is your son's age and he texts me a lot and he doesn't talk to me unless he's with me. I'm trying to understand this texting all the time.
I got you on that.
Texting just make it a lot easier.
I got you.
Jalen said he got you on that, Jerry. He got you on that.
Just cause I honestly, he said grandson or son.
His grandson.
You know what I'm saying? Like me and my granddad, I was young, so I didn't really like be able to get like both of my granddads, they both died when I was like young ages. So I didn't really get to have like a super close bond like I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? But I could compare that to me and my dad's, you know what I'm saying? So as like a grandfather to a grandson, I mean, I'm not sure how close of you guys are, or like if he lives with you or something like that, like it's probably like a different thing. Like, not if he lives with you or something like that, and then like y'all don't have like a bond as far as like he talking to you and stuff like that. That's something you probably have to like sit down with him just to talk to him about like that. Or and sometimes it's about you got to make your kids feel like welcome to talk about stuff, because some kids don't say nothing about it because they feel like their parents gonna go crazy on them. Like they don't think they're gonna like be accepting to what they do or what they say. Like they don't know how comfortable they can be with their parents. You know what I'm saying? Like not every kid knows about that, like how comfortable they can be with their parents. But as far as your grandson, I feel like you should just sit down and have a talk with him, or like or try to like build a stronger bond with him and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Start going places with him. Like just start taking them out. You know what I'm saying? Like just do stuff to try to build a stronger connection with him. It's just that's like a something that you have to like step up and do. You know what I'm saying? Or like because not every kid want to just be there and be like they don't be around their parents or something like that. You know, like that.
Parents and grandparents.
Naya was saying that she thinks texting is easier because, you know, sometimes it's easier for a person to text you than to actually sit down and talk to you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's a different reaction out of stuff. Like you don't have to.
Yeah, because your mama swears she know if I'm screaming or yelling at her in a damn text, and I just don't, for the life of me, understand how that works.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like when you're talking to somebody, come back to texting.
I can feel people energy. Like if they getting smart through a text, I'd be like, oh, so like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can understand.
Tell her, Naya, I can feel the energy.
Because she knows she been got on my damn nerves, and then when I say that, why you say like that?
See, Jalen don't text me. Jalen come in here and just talk to me. He'll just come there at the foot of the bed. because I don't get on all that text and stuff. But
It also depends on what it's about too, because I mean, some
Yeah,
stuff is
it
Yeah.
just depends. Like it just depends. Cause I'd rather be on FaceTime, really. But my mama won't get an iPhone, so
My
I
mom
just
won't
really
get an iPhone. Like, I don't know why.
yeah. Like I just call my mom or like I'll video chat her on Facebook or something. But like I don't know. I don't text my mom though because she don't never text back. Like
Yes, I
she
do.
takes forever to text back. She don't never.
But I'm
Oh
always there
no,
when you need me though. When it
one
come
thing
down
my
to it.
mom does, she don't
what,
answer the
Jalen?
phone. She don't. You know it's crazy. You'll blow my phone up a million times, but if I call you, you will not answer. Like it just depends on what it's about too, though. Like if you sometimes, because sometimes I ain't gonna lie to you, I'll be calling you just to be like, hey man, you know, you trying to get this, like you know what I'm saying, like you kind of know that, but like it's you'll answer, and then another thing, like I feel like you'll answer a text message before you answer a call.
But you know it's crazy though, Jayla. Whenever we together, you'll call my phone. You won't call her phone.
Yeah, because and another thing, like I
And I
call you
always answer
because
my phone.
I know depending on what I'm asking, like it depends on what it's about. Like if I'm calling to ask about the house, I'm gonna call my mom. But if I'm calling like, oh, can I go do this real quick? I'm gonna call my mom because I know like, go ahead, boy.
Vaughn
Like, you know what
don't
I'm
say
saying? Like
yes,
she,
you can all the time.
yeah, she ain't really go like she just gonna say, okay, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like she's gonna.
I
Mhm.
said, let me know where you at, what you doing, where you going. She be like, well, why he call you? You're not
Yeah.
his mama. I said, girl, ain't nobody got time for all that stuff you
Yeah,
get
like
ready to say. You just want to go for no
it's like
answer.
if I tell you something, you gonna want an explanation as to why I want to do it. Like you know what I'm saying? Instead of Vaughn, she be like, okay, she just let you know, and you be like, okay. It's like a shorter answer. It's a shorter conversation compared to Vaughn conversation lasts 30 seconds. Yours gonna last like 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's another thing. So it's that's another reason why I kind of.
So do you
That's
think
crazy.
that I interfere, according to you, a lot, or that I'm judgmental when it comes to stuff that y'all do?
Who me?
No, he's talking to
No,
Naya.
you're
Naya
not.
behind
You're
the
not
camera.
judgmental. You're not judgmental. You just very
Blunt. I say it like it is.
You're blunt and you're honest, but the thing is, it's the way that you say it. It's not what you say.
I
It's
know
how
my
you
delivery
say
is
it.
bad sometimes. I know that. Hey, Ronald. Yeah, I know that. I know my delivery is real bad sometimes. But shit, the best way to say it is to say it. What you gonna sugarcoat it for?
Well,
And they always say, why you say it like that? Because that's how I meant it.
but
So
see,
that's how I said
what's
it.
so crazy about you and Naya is the splitting image of you in your mouth. She's just as nonchalant. She'll say some sarcastic shit to you and turn your whole world upside down. You'd be like, oh my gosh, she just made me so mad. Because she'll be like, mama, no. And it just gets under your skin. So y'all do the same thing to each other all the time. And it happens all the time.
That's
it'd
what
be
you and
almost
Nay's problem is. Because Nay is you just times 20.
Yeah, times 20. Yeah. Whereas in
Yeah.
Jalen's just that kid I don't gotta really be stressing about. I'd be like, yeah, I can say Jalen don't. And he'll just be like, okay, my mom ain't in a good mood. So that makes it easier. But Nay gonna push me till my head about to fall off.
See, we got the opposite. Jalen is the younger one, is the calm and chill. Nandi is the older and the calm. This one right here, be ready, have me ready to pull my damn hair out my scalp, ponytails out and everything. But but I'm saying, it's good that they know they can tell us and talk to us about any and everything. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. But
Let me ask
I don't
Sammy a
think I
question. Sammy,
interfere in
put
your
Sammy
life
back
like
in.
that. And I don't think I'm judgmental. I just tell you how it is.
Sammy not feeling good.
I know. Sammy,
What, Sammy?
do you feel like you're loved by me and Aunt Vaughn since you've been around us for these last couple of months?
Yeah.
Of course she does.
Yeah, you guys are like my second parents. Like you like the parents that I always wanted.
My baby is sick right now. She can come here and take some time off. Poor little child.
I feel like y'all comfortable enough with Sammy to say whatever y'all want to. Honestly, yeah,
I
especially
am
you.
too.
Especially you. Like my mom would say anything. Like
Anything. They say anything.
she would
That's their
say
problem.
anything to Sammy. Like it don't even
Like
matter what it is.
they
Like,
don't have no filter.
at
Well,
all.
it took
Like I
Sammy a
promise
little
you.
while to know because Sammy used to think I was mean, and then she was like, "Your mama just be so mean," until she got to know me.
I told her that though. Like you gonna have to get to know my like. Cause when you first meet up, I feel like I get that from you too. Like both of y'all, you and my dad. Like I'm a very comfortable person. I could come around somebody for the first day of meeting them and get comfortable. Like that's just how I am. like you could do the same thing. Like you would meet them and you would just say whatever you want to. Like it don't even matter what it is. Like
Hey,
even if you
Abba.
not-
Hey, Abba.
my mom, yeah, it don't even matter what it is about. Like you kind of just say what you want to. Like you kind of they just say how.
I
you
mean,
feel.
that's how it was with both of them though. Like I had to actually be around Shelly Live, like, you know, to get like, you know, like, because we're the same people. Like I had to actually be around her, not just keep talking to her on the phone. But like the first day that I seen on Vaughn, but that was the energy. Oh God, she gave me.
She said you was the energy bomb.
Yeah.
When did I meet her?
When did you
Vaughn,
meet her? When you came up here, you came down here.
It was here, right?
She said the first time she met you, you was the energy baby.
Of course.
Yeah,
Was somebody with you the first time I met you? Because we was just talking junk. I can't even remember what we was talking about, but
yeah,
it ain't
you it's like when y'all get together, y'all dynamic duo. Like y'all just get the
Huh?
joke. Like y'all become comedians. Like that's how it was. Like when y'all first met Sammy, like y'all just was goofy like together and stuff like that. It's just like it don't matter who's around and stuff like that. It's just good energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
But that's
my
what I
mom-
tell people all the
These are
time.
our kids. Abba was asking who are these. These
Yeah.
are the young gentleman is my son. That's his girlfriend, and the little girl in the corner over there next to Vaughn's her daughter.
She go
Yeah.
now. She got to finish her doing hair.
Yeah, like
But that's what I tell people. What you see is what you get. This is not an act. We act like this for real all the time.
All
It's
day,
like
every day.
live in the
oh
color.
God. Like they act
For
exactly
real.
how they act.
I feel like, you know, at this point in my life, but I've always been outspoken, but I don't feel the need to have to sugarcoat shit to nobody. Like, for what? Why?
But what? Just be you. Well, we have like a minute left of this podcast. Jalen and Sammy, thank you all for joining and speaking your free mind. Jalen, you know I'm your mama. I love you to the moon. Sammy, I love you just as much. And it was nice having y'all on here. Now y'all can get the hell off my podcast.
I love y'all.
We gotta, Jenna, how we make them look down? How we make them look down? I gotta get off before they put me up.
You said you gotta get off over quick.
Sammy don't do nothing but laugh, y'all. She laughs at everything.
Sammy laughs at everything. She's just as
I
goofy
feel like
as me.
I feel like it's another reason why I say like being around us though, because like
Y'all crack me
It's
up.
the
Oh my
it's the
God.
family thing. You know what I'm saying? It's two different. Like y'all like her American parents.
Yes.
Like literally, like y'all like the American version of her parents. Like
No, not them.
not the American
they're
version,
own
but y'all,
people.
yeah, like y'all y'all are her American parents. Like her mom and dad are still like Somali. Like that's how they think.
That's what they are, Jalen.
They are
I mean,
Somalians.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
are
that's how they
really
act.
Somalian crazy.
But
we
y'all
are-
are petty.
I had to warn Sammy about you before I let her meet you. Though I told her like how you were. as a
What
person.
you say? What you say? My mama crazy?
Nah, I just told her like, cause you know when Sammy first came around, like I always like I tell people like my mom is a very goofy person. Like she will say some stuff that you'll be like, did she really just say that? Like she's just that person. Like she's a very blunt person. Like my mom's a very jokish person. Like she jokes about a lot of stuff. Like it might even if like she don't really know too much about it. Like she kind of just like she joke about it. Like she's a very goofy person. Like she just says what she wants to. I get that from you. Like look, I say whatever I want to. Like I get that.
Jalen, we
always
got a
tell you that.
question for you.
Yeah.
Someone I was said, how do you feel about guys flirting with your mother?
God's swear on my mother. That's
Look
like
at her waiting on your answer.
that's not honestly if I'm being honest with you, I don't really care too much about like who you talk to. Don't get me wrong, as long as nobody doing nothing that's gonna bother my mom, I really don't care, bro. Like,
That's
do
a
what
good
you
answer,
do.
baby.
Like
Good
that's
answer,
not
baby.
that's not my business as of like what you do as like you're an adult. I'm not gonna tell you who you date. That's your adult. I can't really say too much about that. But in my opinion, do you need to be dating? Like being that I didn't see every relationship? No, but I mean if you're gonna do it, I mean it's like I done seen you go through everything. Like you know what I'm saying? I want you to be happy, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be anywhere that you don't feel like you're gonna be happy in, but that's not my business as to who you date. You do what you want to, as long as you enjoying your time and you happy. I don't really care about what you do. And
Good answer.
Good answer, baby.
I don't really care. That's not my concern. I mean, I'm meeting people. Wait on it. You know what I'm saying? Like
He said,
Yeah.
"Wait,
before I meet somebody, I just want to know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless it's like an accident, you know what I'm saying? Like, or like you planning on like really talking to somebody, and then like you want me to meet them as like, oh, this is my boyfriend or something like that. I want you to know, like, you're gonna really be with that person, like, or like, do you feel like you're happier? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really want to be meeting all type of people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time,
Right.
if you just be happy, you know what I'm saying? Just know if that's what you really gonna do. You know what I'm saying? If
Your
nobody,
mama respects that. She does. So yes,
I'm
you
older
ain't
now,
I
nobody.
was saying, well, in that case, man, Shelly, you looking mighty fine tonight.
You a fool.
Yeah, but seriously, as long, and I'm older now too. Like I couldn't do nothing back in the day, but like, I'm older now, so like somebody mess with my mom, like, bro, that's a problem. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, you can't be doing that. Like,
My kids is territorial, child. They,
yeah, like, and I'm growing up, and I'm a 6'4" dude. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He said, y'all ain't
like,
coming for his mama,
like,
baby. You
I
ain't
ain't
coming
playing
for
with
his
my mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. In the past, I wish I was older. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have reacted to a lot of different stuff, but hey, now I'm older. So if I'm meeting a dude that's treating you right, making you happy, I want you to be happy. But if anybody treating you wrong, like, with all due respect, like, I'm about it.
What's down, boy?
You know what I'm saying?
You
He
gonna do
died.
it.
But I'm already saying
Nobody
he's out.
gonna mess with my mom. Like, you know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
Mahana.
Hey,
Okay,
man.
this hour is up, y'all. It's been good
Y'all
talking to y'all.
go,
She said
baby.
she gotta go.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Well, yeah,
Y'all,
thank y'all
this
for
has
having me
been
on here. You know what I'm
great.
saying? Yes, that'd be
Thank y'all
greatly
for the
appreciated,
feature, but
y'all.
like
Everybody in the live.
we finna be up on YouTube next.
Yeah, y'all have
This was just a little test run.
yeah, see how we doing in front of cameras, you know what I'm saying? But like y'all can see, I can talk a lot.
Y'all, they need their own show anyway. We're
Yeah.
gonna set them up some because they
Y'all is
crazy.
crazy.
Me and Sammy a whole different type of people on this live, so you know what I'm saying? Y'all be
Boy,
They
y'all
being
have
good
fun.
right now.
They really are. Anywho, I'm going has to go. So, y'all, it's been real. Thank y'all for joining. Thank you. And Sammy, I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in 2 seconds. This is Shelly Live and Be Love Bird. As always, y'all loving life, loving what we do. Hold
Like,
down
share,
your baby,
subscribe.
your baby. Like, share, and subscribe, as we always say. Rock with our page, share our page, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay tuned for Sammy and Jill, and they coming to YouTube, baby, in a full blast as a whatever they doing, they shenanigans. I post their little stories here and there. But y'all, you know, hold it down. This is Shelly Live and Be Love Bird, y'all. Loving life, loving what we do.
Good night, y'all.
You now tuned into
You know what I'm
Naughty
saying?
or Nice.
I have a good one.
Let's go.
All right, bye guys.
Love me, only want the real deal. Don't want no fake love me, only want the real deal. Don't want no fake love me, only want the real deal. Don't want no fake love me, only want the real deal.
Have you ever met a sister with her shit together? Maintaining, never complaining, trying to make shit better. She's got a real good life with the right frame of mind. She's the real deal, baby, and she know how to grind. On the job or in the bedroom, baby, the truth. And with her by your side, homeboy, you can't lose. Just slip on the dress and go to work like a pro. Then bring that ass home and drop it down to the floor. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's a lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's the lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets.
Shelly Live and Be Love Bird.
Shelly Live and Be Love Bird.
Shelly Live and Be Love Bird.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shelly Live and Be Love Bird.
Shelly Live and Be Love Bird.
Shelly Live and Be Love.
Good night.
Good night. I said we need to have them back. We will.
Oh,
Our girls
we
will be on
will.
there the next time. But anywho, y'all have a good night and we love y'all.